All right, today we're going to talk about word problems involving inequalities. So basically, same thing as we did back in chapter 2 with word problems involving equations. First thing you want to do is define your variable, write your inequality instead of equation, and then solve. You then want to interpret your solution. Make sure your solution makes sense. Okay, so first problem. If gasoline costs $3.15 per gallon, how many gallons of gasoline to the nearest tenth can Jan buy for $24? So, how many gallons of gasoline means X equals our number of gallons. Okay, so if it costs $3.15 per gallon, $3.15 times X, she has $24, so that means I can spend less than or equal to $24, or she can spend less than or equal to $24. And that's it. We solve by dividing by 315. You get X is less than or equal to 7.62 gallons. This says to the nearest tenth. So she can buy 7.6 gallons of gas. Okay, and that's what that means. Second one, to remain on the cheerleading squad, Maria must attend at least 3/5 of the study table sessions offered. She attends 15 sessions. If Maria met the requirements, what is the least amount of study table sessions? So, there's your question. X equals the number of sessions. Okay? She must attend at least 3/5. So that means your answer has to be greater than or equal to 3/5 times the amount of sessions. She attends 15, and that meets the requirements, so 15 has to be greater than or equal to 3/5 times X. And then it's solving from there. We have a denominator. This is multiplication, and when you have a fraction, you can multiply both sides by the denominator to get rid of it. 5 times 15 is 75. On the right side, the 5's cancel. It's greater than or equal to 3x. Divide by 3, you get 25 is greater than or equal to x. Or, if you just flip that around, x is less than or equal to 25. So the least amount of study table sessions, there would have been 25 sessions. Okay, that is the second one. Let's go on and look at some more. This first problem on the next slide, it is changed from what is on your notebook, on your handouts that you got. I apologize. I take full credit for that being wrong. I started to change it and then got sidetracked. Didn't end up changing it, the rest of the problem, and so it looks funny. So this is the part right here that you need to update. How many hours does Amanda need to babysit so she can have enough money for her car? Okay. Go ahead and update that. Now, same thing here, define a variable, write an inequality, solve, explain what that means. So, how many hours? So, X is the number of hours. She is babysitting at $8 per hour to earn money for a car. So far, she has saved $1,300. So that's her initial value. That's how much she started with. And she's making $8 times the number of hours she works. She wants to buy a car that costs at least $54.40, so she needs at least that, so greater than or equal to $54.40. To solve that, we minus 1,300. You get 8x is greater than or equal to 4140. Divide by 8. X is greater than or equal to 517.5 hours. So since X has to be greater than that, you could say she has to work for 518 hours to have enough money to buy her car. That's a lot of hours. Yeah. Okay, next one. Of the students surveyed, fewer than 84 said they have never purchased an item online. This is about 1/8 of those surveyed. How many students were surveyed? So right there, how many students were surveyed? X equals your number of students surveyed. So 1/8 of those surveyed, so 1/8 times X is fewer than 84. So that's less than 84. When you solve that, dividing, so multiply by 8, you get X is less than 672. So how many students were surveyed? Since x has to be less than 672, you could say 671 students were surveyed. Okay. The third one, Dominic earned the following three scores in Algebra 1 this term, 86, 88, and 78. What is the lowest score that he can earn on the fourth test to have a test average of at least 83? So if you remember your averages, add them all up, divide by the number there are. So you're looking for a score on the fourth test, so x equals score on fourth test. So our average, at least 83, means greater than or equal to 83. And how we find an average, we add up our four test scores, 86, 88, 78, and x, divide by 4 because there's 4 tests. Not x, divide by 4. Okay? To solve that, we multiply both sides by 4. The 4's cancel. 86 plus 88 plus 78 plus x is greater than or equal to 332. 86 plus 88 plus 78 adds up to 252. Minus the 252, and you get x is greater than or equal to 80. So here's the lowest score he can earn on the fourth test is an 80%. Okay, and that's how I figure that out. All right, next slide is your U-try problems. Not that one. These ones, go ahead and try the U-try. I will say on number 1, it is talking about the area of a triangular garden. You need to find what the area of a triangle is. If you don't know it, go look it up somewhere. I'm not telling you. Go look up what that area of a triangle is, and then you can do that problem. Okay, so go ahead. You have 3 U-tries. Go ahead and try those, and we'll go over them in the next class. Thanks.